What's up? My name is Curran. I am super stoked to share this tool with you today. We've invested a lot of time, money, and effort into building this thing in the last year. And if you have a website or you have an agency where you're tracking multiple websites for your clients, you're going to absolutely love this tool. It's going to show you everything that visitors are doing on your website in a way that generic analytics tools like Google Analytics just can't do. First and probably most important is this visitors tool right here. This thing is awesome. So if you're like me, you're probably going to just bookmark this, check this 3-4 times a day just to see like what people are doing on your website. This is just a log of every session that happens. You can see all the conversions that happen over here, or you can track events, pages visited, buttons clicked, forms submitted, anything you want. And you see it right in this log if that person triggered that event. So this is helpful for a lot of reasons. One, just to keep tabs on what's actually happening in your business. Two, you could start seeing when certain pages are starting to get picked up by Google or other search engines. For example, this is a recent page we published. And now I know just from visiting this, okay, we're starting to get a little bit more traffic from this. And you just can't see this type of information in Google Analytics. And more importantly, you can't dive deeper into each session. Let's say, for example, this person, they only visited one page, visit for 19 seconds. Not great. But what I can do is just type in that part of that page that they visited. And it's going to show every visitor that visited that page. And we can look into different visitors that did go to that page and requested a trial, or went to that page and looked at different pages or triggered other conversion events. And even cooler, it might already be out by the time you're watching this, but if not, it's coming soon. The business's name will actually show up right here in these logs. So you can see which businesses are coming to your website, performing different actions. And if they don't end up becoming a customer or don't end up becoming a lead, you at least know that they visited your website. And if you already kind of have an idea, let's say you want to follow up with this person right here, you already kind of know, okay, they've looked at our features, they've seen our pricing page. Now they're kind of a warm lead that we can follow up with and potentially close as a customer. So really helpful feature coming soon. It might already be out by the time you're watching this. And that about covers it for the visitors page feature. I think the most important thing here is that this just unveils everything that is happening in your business all within one view that you can look at in a chronological order. Super helpful just to keep tabs on your business. Now, another thing that you can do from this visitors tab is look at the customer journey. So you can see all of the sessions that happened from this specific user and exactly what they did. This one is not too interesting. Probably someone who just comes and logs in. But you can see how that can be helpful when you're trying to look at what all a specific customer has done on your website. Now let's talk about conversions. Conversions is a super interesting feature where you can track page visited, you can track a full funnel, or you can track different events that happen on your website. And I'm going to just kind of quickly just go through this. This is going to be what that conversion tag looks like. Here's what you can track. These are pretty self-explanatory. So if you track a whole funnel, you can just track multiple page URLs. And then for events, this lets you go to your website, and then you can track specific button clicks. And if you're a developer, you can set up different classes on each button. So you could just put a class right here and it would automatically track that across all buttons or whatever you put that class on. And you can do click, submit for forms, focus events. So really anything you want to track in terms of events, you can track that. And then the important thing is you can see your conversion rates here. And one of the other things that we've thought about when we were building this is we want everything to be easily accessible in one view without having to create a bunch of reports. So that's why we have these last 24 hours, last 7 days, 30 days, 90 days. You can see exact numbers of what's all happening. And then you can also see the trends quickly. Okay, was this better or worse than yesterday? Was this better or worse than last week? It's really helpful to just be able to see that information really quickly. And it's something that I've always seen lacking in other analytics tools. Another thing here too is we've approached conversion tracking a little bit differently than most other companies. And it's something that I've wanted in an analytics tool for a really long time. No other tool has this type of feature, but basically eliminates the need for A/B testing. So one thing that you can see here is you can see over time how your conversion rate changes. So this is actually a really good example. So this tracks whether people went to my pricing page or not. Back here, I changed how our header looked, and it actually affected how many people went to the pricing page. And you can see how much it changed. We changed it back up here, and we returned back to basically normal levels. We could have set up A/B testing if we want to test something, but that's super time consuming. I never want to do it. I'd rather just make the change and see what happens. And so if you're in that bucket, this is a much faster way to track conversions when you make changes on your website versus going through all of the pain of setting up A/B testing only to realize you don't really get enough traffic for it to even make sense with the numbers. And you have to do all the work to set it up and then tear it down once it's done and look at the decision and see if that actually made a difference at all after you spent 5 hours trying to set it up. So this is what I've always wanted in a tool. So that's why we built this. Okay, last but certainly not least is this all websites page. You could track unlimited websites with visitor tracking. And same thing here, you could see all of the different numbers and trends all within one view. So really helpful if you have multiple websites or you're an agency and you're tracking websites for your clients to be able to see what are the trends and are we improving in the last 24 hours, 7 days, 30 days, 90 days, all within one view. Really, really, really helpful. Anyways, that is it for the tour of visitor tracking. You're going to absolutely love this tool. Go ahead, get started with a free trial, and we'll see you on the other side. Thanks. See ya.